skateboard stuff. Where can I put skateboard stuff? Crap. Oh my God, it's so hot! Ow! Yo, what's up, everybody? I go by the name of the POP, Pop from Hobo Skateboard Shop, and it is hot. And I don't like the hot, as you all know. So what I'm going to do is review the new Drake album, okay, because I reviewed Drake before. I'm not the biggest Drake fan. I'm gonna say that right now. I reviewed this album before and I did kind of like it. You know, I had my, I guess complaints about it or whatever, but it was fairly okay. But the new one, after Pusha T decimated him in the battle between him and Pusha T. To me, I mean, in battle wise between Drake and Pusha T won the battle. But now it's the album's out. That didn't discourage me from listening to the album before. I am kind of late on this. But somebody special to me suggested that I review the album, listen to this new Drake. And by the way, she made it sound like it's a whole lot of explaining going on. So I'm gonna review it. I was gonna do it with y'all, listen to little snippets and stuff like that, see what I can get away with on YouTube when I listen to it or whatever. But apparently that has been a difficult task. So as I scroll around the city, as I scroll around the city, doing things, I got to put together me a new skateboard. Yes, I got to make a new setup. You'll see that video later. But as I do that, I'm going to listen to the new Drake album. I don't even know what the name is. It's a double album, I guess. I don't know. I can't remember. I'm gonna listen to it. I was gonna listen to it with y'all. Can't do that. But so I'm gonna listen to it and get back to y'all later and give y'all a review on it as I find a way to escape the hot. I don't like the hot. All right. So till then. Okay, let's go ahead and get right into this little review of Drake's new Scorpion album. Now, to be honest, I only listened to a half of it because, well, you have to stream it off Tidal, I think Apple Music or something like that, and I don't have any of those streaming services. Not to get into why right now, but I thought I had me a pretty good, reliable connection that could get me music, and yeah, that didn't work too well. So I did get half of it. And I'm technically gonna base the review off the first half of the album, because by the way the first half sounded, I got a funny feeling that I can imagine what the rest of the album sounds like. And it's a double CD, so I don't know how you can count something as a double CD when they don't come in compact disc form. So you just have to stream all the music. Stream all the music offline. So I don't know. But the first CD had 12 tracks. And none of them had features on it. except I think one with Jay-Z on it, and we'll get to that in a minute. But here's what I did and did not like about Drake Scorpion album, and here's my review. All right, the first track was Survival, and that was technically like a little intro track to it, and I actually like that. Now, if you want to count that as a song or whatever, I don't know. I count them. Me myself personally, if it's not basically like a skit, I count it as a track. If it's music and all of that, so that's one song I like. But pretty much after that, it pretty much started slipping for me since then. Cause the next couple of tracks before my next one that I like was and here's the reason why I didn't like them. Nonstop, all right, sound, to me, it just sounded like, it sounded like another song. And that's one of the things that I hate, don't like about Drake, is that he morphs into other people. He doesn't have his own sound to me, so that Nonstop sounded like that song, College Drive 105, Look Alive, that it sounded like, I don't know if I'm singing it right because I don't like that song either, but if you know what I'm talking about, that's what that Nonstop sound like. I got notes this time, y'all, so yeah. Do this without notes. Elevate it, that you guys, I mean, everybody that follows this channel know that when it comes to rap music and rappers and people that consider themselves as rappers, there are very, 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 very few that I want to hear sing. Rappers that I want to hear sing. All right? Drake's not one of those rappers I want to hear sing. He can, it's not like he can't hold a note. It's just that, none of his singing is, noteworthy to me. So yeah, that Elevate, was too R&B-ish for me. All right, and a couple of them were like that off the first half. So Emotionless, I love the beat, so I don't know who the producer was for that song, whatever, but the beat was cold on Emotionless. But the song was too damn long. It was like 5+ minutes of him talking about nothing interesting, or rapping about nothing interesting, or singing about nothing, whatever he want to consider himself as. So Emotionless was that. God's Plan was the 5th track, and I don't know if that was the single, the opening single, but we all know God Plan, and we hear it on the radio 1,001 times or whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's not a bad song. It's not, a good song to me. It's just one of those, okay, that's God's Plan, or they play it 101 times. So it's just one of those hypnotizing songs. So I kind of disqualified it for that reason, because I don't hate it, but I don't like it, either. So, but it's not the fact that, and I think it's because I just hear it all the damn time. It had a little meaning to it or whatever. So trust me, it ain't nothing I'm gonna, bash for somebody playing, but it ain't nothing that I'm looking to hear either, buy or pay for it here. So moving right along to I'm Upset, and that song, okay, I'm Upset. Let's move on to the next one, because that one it was just, it just sounded like he was just, I don't know, I'm thinking that he was trying to say something in that song and make references to somebody or whatever, but I didn't catch it. So didn't like I'm Upset. 8 out of 10 had one of the dopest opening flows that I ever heard Drake do. So 8 out of 10. That track, with the way Drizzy Drake, when I when I call him Drizzy Drake or something like that, the 6 out or something like that, he did something I like. All right, and 8 out of 10 was that one. All right, I love the way he flowed on that one. He rhymed on that one, and what he went to. Once again, I am not gonna beat a dead horse to death talking about if he wrote the rhyme or not. I don't know. I don't care at this point now. He's not one of my top lyricists or nothing like that. So he's just an performing artist to me, and that's what he did. But I like 8 out of 10. Mob Ties was straight up whack. It was one of those singing songs too. That's not why I think it's whack. I don't have a problem with singing, people. I just have a problem with Drake singing and certain rappers like him singing. It was horrible. I hate that song. Can't Take a Joke. Same thing. It was one of those songs that, I mean, like, that sounded like he was basically trying to, you know, aim something at somebody. And I am not in the mood to decipher, you know, lyrics for Drake to see who could he be talking to, what he meant by this, and you know, I'm not in the mood for that. All right. Okay. So Can't Take a Joke, didn't like it. Sandra's Rose, that was another one of those songs like God's Plan that I don't like, but I don't really hate, because I think it was more of a meaning and a feeling song to it or something like that, and he just put it in, you know, song form. So kind of like it was very Kanye West-ish to me. Like it was like one of those Kanye's, like Roses. I forget off. Did you see that bee almost take my head off? I forget what song, Roses, and what album it came off of. I think it was it wasn't college. Was it college? It wasn't College Dropout. Was it College Dropout? I can't remember, y'all. Late Registration. It was it. But that was the Kanye West song, Roses. And Sandra's Rose sounded a lot like that. So I love Roses. Sandra's Rose just sounded like a knockoff of that. So I don't hate them. Yeah, so Talk Up, the next track here. And that's Jay-Z saved that that track. Okay. And to tell you the truth, Jay-Z saved it with one line. And it was like, you killed X, but you let Zimmerman walk. Zimmerman still walking around. I can't remember exactly how it went. But that, yeah, that's basically it. That's the controversial line now, right now, that Jay-Z said, and why. And that's the most talked about bar at the moment these days. So if it wasn't for Jay-Z, and Jay-Z, you know, pretty much murdered that track. But yeah, if it wasn't for Jay-Z's verse on Talk Up, that would have been another song that I just hated off this one. And Is There More was just a basic flat out, just by the time I got to the 12th track or something like that, I just got totally tired of hearing Drake. Okay, so Is There More did not pick those spirits back up, and it was just a flat song. It had nothing for me in it. So it has no substance to it. So now, with all that being said, that was pretty much everything off the first half of the album that I heard. I hear that there was songs on there that he did with some Michael Jackson verses and stuff like that. So whatever he did with, I don't know where he got some old Michael Jackson verses that never got used or something like that and used. So I don't know what those sound like or whatever. I hear there are more features on the second half of the album, but like I said, now by the way that sound, I can get a funny feeling how the rest of the album or the second half of the album is gonna sound. So if you think I'm wrong, please leave a comment in the comment section below. But right now, Scorpion it was horrible. I mean, it was not More Life. I like More Life, but yeah, Scorpion was not horrible. I mean, it was horrible. And like I said, after the Pusha T beef and tracks that they dealt with each other, stuff like that. And Pusha T just won the battle in that. And by the way, Scorpion sound, it did nothing to back him up off the Duppy. Yeah, Duppy freestyle that Drake did, and that sucked too. So battle wise, Drake just took the L on the battle. That was, I think everybody can admit that that's Drake's legitimate first L that he took. All right. And like I said before, the person that, you know, suggested that I listen to this album, something like that, because I probably never would have. She sounded like she liked the album, and she sounded like it would answer a lot of questions for me that I had about Drake and his current situation with the baby mama and, you know, his son that nobody knew about and yada yada yada. Well, I didn't get it from the first one, and I can tell that if it is something in the second one, it's gonna be a whole lot of decoding and trying to figure out what he meant by shit, and I ain't got time for that shit. Whatever. So that's that. I'm done. That's the review of, you know, Drake's Scorpion album that I have for y'all. And all in all, I guess the moral of this story, people, is don't buy bootleg. Yo, I go by the name of the P.O.P. Pop from Hobo Skateboard Shop. This was your hip-hop fix of the week. So we back on that again. And thank you for subscribing, commenting, and liking, and for telling a friend to tell a friend. That keeps the channel going and growing. And if you're new here, you just picked up the, you know, clicked on YouTube and you saw my beautiful face, welcome. Thank you for viewing it, my video. And if you would, hit the subscribe button and the little notification bell beside the subscribe button, and be a part of the family. That lets you know when I drop some more videos and do other reviews. All right. And if anybody wants me to listen to the rest of the album, think that I'm totally wrong on this and I should finish it up before I give it a solid review like this, let me know in the comment section below. All right. But with that being said and done, y'all, I'm about 2 fingers.